Let's bring you more on the news that Newcastle midfielder Sandro Tonali has been given a suspended 2-month ban after admitting further breaches of FA betting rules, including betting on Newcastle to win. He's also been fined £20,000 and warned by the FA. Let's speak live to our reporter Keith Downie. Hello, Keith. A suspended ban, then what does that mean for Tonali's career?
Well, it's good news, Rob. I would suggest, providing that he does not commit another breach, it means that he will be back wearing a Newcastle United shirt on August the 27th. Remember, he's already serving that ban handed down to him by the Italian FA. 10-month ban that was, which of course sees him miss football all the way through the summer until the end of August. But this suspended sentence handed down by the English FA, this 2-month suspended sentence, means that as long as he doesn't commit another breach, Tonali will be able to play for Newcastle United at the end of August. Now, you remember, Eddie, how in a number of news conferences since the news broke a couple of months ago that the FA were looking into this, has essentially pleaded with the FA to look at the situation and realise and accept that Sandro Tonali has a problem, and he's admitted to having that problem. I think Eddie Howe was a little bit worried that that ban may be extended, but this suspended sentence is good news for Newcastle United. It's good news for the player as well, and you would suspect that, all going well, Sandro Tonali will be back in a Newcastle United shirt at the end of August, so not long into next season, Rob.
And as I mentioned when we came to you, he placed bets on Newcastle to win games, and there is quite a lot of detail from this investigation as well.
Yeah, the FA's written reasons are very interesting. There is a lot of detail that they've put out there, but I think, look, the overarching thing from that is that they say Sandro Tonali was very proactive, very honest with his admissions throughout, and that is something that the Italian FA said as well. The English FA, in the written reasons, say that without his honesty and openness and his self-referral, Sandro Tonali would not have had a case to answer. They had no evidence against him. So Tonali, in essence, Rob, is taken the case to the English FA, admitted that he's got a problem and has helped them, and they say that that has been used in mitigation, and that is exactly why he's been handed this 2-month suspended sentence as opposed to anything more severe. They also state some of the matches that he's bet on. As you rightly say, 4 Newcastle United bets were placed, the FA say, between August and October last year, and they mention all 4 in their written reasons. First of those was an accumulator bet involving Newcastle to beat either Brighton or Burnley on either September the 2nd or September the 30th. Now, Tonali has admitted he can't remember which team it was, but he does remember betting an accumulator involving one of those teams. Secondly, an accumulator bet including Newcastle to beat Brentford on September the 16th. Thirdly, a single bet on Newcastle to beat Manchester City on September the 27th. Incidentally, a match that Newcastle won that night. And finally, the 4th Newcastle match that he placed a bet on. All of these, it must be noted, Rob, were for Newcastle United to win. Was an accumulator bet including Newcastle to beat West Ham United on October the 8th. Now, Tonali said that he bet on those 4 accumulators or single bets. He could not remember the exact amount of bets he placed in that 2-month period, but reckons it's around 40 to 50 matches, and in between 40 and 50 bets, should I say, and none of those exceeded €10,000 per bet. So, look, Sandro Tonali has come out of this looking good. I would suggest the FA say that his integrity and honesty has allowed them to come up with this punishment, and it's a punishment that he will not serve so long as he does not breach the situation again. And you'd have to say he's now receiving a lot of work behind the scenes. He's been over to Italy a number of times, and this is a situation that Sandro Tonali is dealing with away from football as well. Remember, we're already more than halfway through his initial 10-month ban for the Italian FA. And this warning, you would suggest, will heed Sandro Tonali. And as I said at the top, you would expect him back in a Newcastle United shirt at the end of August, which of course is good news to all Newcastle United supporters who were worried that he might be punished further by the English FA.